You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Coming after it. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. This is a count. Matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mid on the football.
Looking for a crease. It's Peterson. Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. The Trojans get enough to move the chains.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And it's no good. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He's going to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He leaves it with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Gain of 16. That's a first down for the offense.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field of play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Waves the arm for the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up.
He's going to throw deep right side. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And the catch and run into the end zone. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the move. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Trying to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Jordan. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Might as well give it to him again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through a tackle. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense... First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Using the quick game. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the running back. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. The offense coughs it up, and the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Gets it out fast. He almost... First down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Caught over the middle. It's Branch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They want to just keep throwing it. Going deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he... Should play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
This offense has a 2nd down play. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The give out of the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Yeah, they got to move fast, and obviously you're going for this on 4th down, and you got to think about how many chunk plays I can get, move the sticks, get down the field. I got to get a score, Jesse, in this critical moment.
So start thinking about who are your best players and who needs to touch the football right now. Those are the plays that you need to be dialing up this situation of the game.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, USC.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Defense gets the timeout call, 20 seconds left on the clock. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. Play all locked up. Are we headed to overtime?
Man, that is a... He knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed this thing.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the tackle was made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Receive the team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. These corners going to give them some space. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And on second down for this offense. And off to Jones. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. They'll go right back to him. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Running back searching for a hole. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole play.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
The give to the lone running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Trojans! And they score first here in overtime.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grabber.
First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. He wants to start this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound the... get the loss, now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on first down.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Trying to have success on 3rd down.
3rd and goal now. They have to take care of the football, and we assume line up for the game-winning field goal attempt. Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was all